Right now, the Packers are back in the playoff hunt after defying the odds and beating the Chiefs, where the green and gold stand after last night's win. Also, misery and death continue as the war rages in Gaza, the suffering on both sides of the border. Good afternoon and welcome to News 3 Now at noon. I'm Shane Hogan in for Mark Kane. We begin with Madison police searching for a driver of a car that crashed into a residential building over the weekend. This happened on the west side Saturday night. Officers pulled the car over at the intersection of Gammon and Watts Road for a broken headlight. However, the driver then sped off. The officers did not chase after the vehicle, which later crashed into a residential building on Ridge Drive, just southeast of High Point Park. Those inside the car ran away from the scene. An 18-year-old is dead after a rollover crash in Grant County over the weekend. Sheriff's officials say it happened just before 11:30 Friday night on Green River Road outside Fenimore. Casey Walker was driving his pickup truck west on the road when he started swerving on the gravel. Walker's truck left the road, hit a fence, went over a culvert, then rolled into a tree. Authorities say Walker wasn't wearing his seatbelt at the time and was ejected from his truck. He was taken to a local hospital with severe injuries where he later died. A Linden Station bar owner will spend 13 years in prison after prosecutors allege he destroyed the establishment to collect insurance money. Heath Jordan pleaded no contest Friday to a single count of arson of a building with intent to defraud. 4 other charges were dismissed as part of the plea deal. According to court records, after the explosion, 2 5-gallon cans were found tipped over in the bar's basement alongside gas-soaked rags. Police also found Jordan with significant burns on parts of his body. He denied being at the bar the night it blew up. After a dramatic win against the Kansas City Chiefs, the Green Bay Packers are back in the playoff hunt. Packer quarterback Jordan Love put on another impressive performance, throwing for 267 yards and 3 touchdowns. The green and gold also ran for almost 130 yards. Meanwhile, the defense did just enough to prevent a comeback from the Chiefs, knocking down a Hail Mary on the last play of the game. The Packers are now 6-6. They currently sit in the playoff spot, the final playoff spot in the NFC. They travel to New York to play the Giants next Monday night. And the Badgers are heading south to play LSU in the ReliaQuest Bowl in Tampa on New Year's Day. The two teams haven't faced off since 2016. The Tigers are ranked the 13th best team in the nation, and the Badgers will be down a couple wide receivers. This after Shimre Dike and Skylar Bell announced they will be entering the transfer portal earlier today. All right, it is 12:02. Let's head to the Weather Center where meteorologist Jacob Montesano has a look at your forecast. Hey, Jacob.
Hey, Shane. Right now we're seeing plenty of cloud cover, but temperatures, fairly normal for this time of the year. 35 degrees in Madison. Looking at the temperatures across Dane County, 35 to 37 degrees, and across our entire area, that's also the case. We could see a few locations creep up to around 40 degrees today, but for the most part, with the cloud cover we're seeing, temperatures aren't expected to rise all that much throughout the afternoon. Now, currently, we aren't seeing anything on radar, and we're not expect to see anything on radar over the next several hours, although some very light sprinkles or flurries are definitely possible. I say that because I'm actually seeing a few snowflakes out here, but in general, we'll see a bit more consistent snowfall move into our area after sunset, probably closer to around 8 to 9 p.m. for the western portion of our area, and closer to around 10 p.m. to midnight for the central part of our area. And this will continue through the early morning hours tomorrow, but by the time we get to around sunrise, a lot of the consistent snow will have ended by then, with a few flurries lingering throughout the morning hours. But in general, we're not going to see a lot of accumulation with that, so much of our area will see less than an inch. I'll have more details on the forecast for the rest of the week coming up a little bit later.
All right, Jacob, sounds good. We'll talk to you then. Well, do you have a question or concern about your plants or garden? Send us your questions via email to tips@channel3000.com. Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company joins us later in the show with those answers. Again, you can send those questions to tips@channel3000.com. Well, the 115th Fighter Wing will be performing more nighttime F-35 training flights over the next 2 weeks. The jets, which are housed at Truax Field, first arrived in Madison back in the spring. Training flights for the high-tech fighter jets are scheduled for December 4th to the 7th and the 11th through the 14th. Area residents should expect to see or hear the jets taking off or landing until roughly 7 p.m. on those dates. To continuing coverage now in Gaza, where the Israeli military is expanding its hunt for Hamas, taking its ground offensive to every part of the Gaza Strip. Now, Palestinians are being ordered to evacuate their homes, but they say they're running out of places to go. Meanwhile, the Israel Defense Force says they found more tunnels, claiming around 800 so far.
We're pursuing Hamas wherever Hamas is hiding, in the north and in the south.
With tensions mounting in the region, America's military is responding. Over the weekend, the USS Carney naval destroyer shot down drones fired at commercial ships in the Red Sea. Iran-backed Houthi rebels claimed responsibility. Well, there's more to come here on News 3 Now at noon, including more consolidation in the airline industry, plus a toy maker honoring a late Cherokee leader. That's next in the Money Watch Report.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon. Don't miss the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized New Year sale on now at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted furniture that's right for you.
Happy New Year!
Kitchen and bath updates are two of the most valuable home improvement projects to increase value and add beauty. Mad City is Wisconsin's trusted interior remodeling expert, specializing in modern kitchen cabinet refacing and custom walk-in shower solutions. Avoid lengthy renovations. Your project will only take days, not weeks. Call now during our end-of-year savings event for 75% off installation of a new bath, shower, or cabinet refacing project with no interest and no payments till 2025. Senior and military discounts. Call during this program for a free $50 Walmart gift card with estimate. Plus a bonus. The first 50 homeowners who call now will receive a vacation voucher with bath, shower, or cabinet refacing purchase. Use it for a condo, hotel stay, or a cruise. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
Something that is unique about Gingras, Thompson, and Wachs is our history in obtaining high jury verdicts. We have seasoned veteran trial lawyers, offices throughout the state. We bring it all to bear for our clients each and every day.
Welcome back to Sam's Hot Takes. What's hot now? Spectrum One Stream. It's internet, unlimited mobile, advanced Wi-Fi, and this Xumo Streambox free with Spectrum TV. It makes searching for shows and movies across live TV and streaming apps easy. It's streaming simplified.
Get internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Plus add Spectrum TV and get a free Xumo Streambox for 12 months. Call 833-788-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or stop by a Spectrum store today.
Your energy bills have never been higher, up 30 to 60% depending on how you heat your home. Andrew Larson here with Larson Home Services. We can help lower your energy bills and make your home more cozy. It starts with a visit by our Dr. Energy Saver team. We'll pinpoint your problem areas and show you how we can help. And now's the time to call. With 75% off installation labor, financing for 60 months, and a $100 Visa gift card when you sign up for a Dr. Energy Saver package. Call now because this doctor makes house calls.
Don't miss the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized New Year sale on now at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted furniture that's right for you.
Happy New Year!
New consolidation in the airline industry. Alaska Air announced it's buying its Pacific rival Hawaiian Airlines for $1.9 billion. The combined company plans to keep the identities of both brands. Federal regulators still have to approve the deal, though they have resisted more airline consolidation out of worry it could lead to higher fares. It's day 5 of the UN Climate Conference underway in Dubai. Over the weekend, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency announced a new rule aimed at sharply reducing methane emissions from existing oil and gas wells. It would also regulate small wells that are subject to an initial inspection but are rarely checked again for leaks. The EPA estimates the new rule will prevent the escape of an estimated 58 million tons of methane, a potent climate-warming gas. And toy maker Mattel is honoring the late Cherokee leader Wilma Mankiller with a Barbie doll. She was the first female chief of a major Native American tribe, leading the Cherokee Nation from 1985 to 1995. The doll has gotten mixed reviews from Cherokee Nation citizens, including some who say the doll looks nothing like Mankiller and that a written symbol on the box translates to chicken rather than to the word Cherokee. Mattel did not consult with the Cherokee Nation on the doll. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Matt Piper.
And at the noon hour, taking a look at the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P all down today. After the break, Pam has today's ag numbers along with Jacob's complete forecast. And then tonight on Live at 4, we'll preview the Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra's annual presentation of Handel's Messiah, a holiday tradition.
Don't go into the new year with that old bathtub. Replace it with a sleek, modern walk-in shower from Mad City Baths, installed in as little as 1 day, with premium wall colors including Othello, Arctic Ice, and Sierra Sand, infused with microban antimicrobial protection for easy cleaning. Mad City is your trusted interior remodeling expert, also specializing in kitchen cabinet refacing solutions. Call now during our end-of-year savings event and receive 75% off installation of a new bath, shower, or cabinet refacing project with no interest and no payments till 2025. Plus, call during this program for a free $50 Walmart gift card with estimate. And as a bonus, the first 50 homeowners who call now will receive a vacation voucher with bath, shower, or cabinet refacing purchase. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
I would end the day with sore feet, sore legs. The drugstore inserts that I was purchasing were really not very useful at all. I walked into the Good Feet store and a guy kind of grinned at me and said, I hear that a lot. I was living with chronic pain before going to the Good Feet store. Now I don't really have that problem. I'm able to do the things that I expect to be able to do, even at my advanced age. I feel pretty good about what's going on.
See what we can do for you with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
I volunteer because it's, I think, the right thing to do, and selfishly, yeah, I get a lot of joy from doing it. It's a joy that comes from taking people to where they need to go. Just watch your step coming out. You can't bottle it, you can't buy it. That only comes from volunteerism. When people really need to get to those medical appointments and they don't have any other means, I just look at it as kind of like the least I can do to try to help out.
Let's get this party going. It's a Jennifer Hudson Show party, people. Jeannie Mai is here.
Yo, let me hear it, Bay Area!
Plus, tennis hotshot Nick Kyrgios.
You're pretty much a pro.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
Tuesday morning, Josh Spreiter is helping you stay local with your holiday shopping, even if you're gifting for yourself.
He's live with the details on Mad City's Cocktail Passport.
And we do have an update on the warmer weather headed our way later in the week. Join us tomorrow between 4:30 and 7.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Welcome back. It's 12:13. Time to check in with Pam Yaki from the Midwest Farm Report. Pam, a little later than normal that I'm seeing you. How you doing?
That's yeah, a little later for us, but I'm happy to be here. I was a blue streak on 151 coming back from Pambo in the big game last night. Even had somebody in the house that was a guest that actually bumped into Taylor Swift last night. So all kinds of things to talk about, none related to farm, though. There are a lot of things going on right now. The Wisconsin Farm Bureau Federation is wrapping up their annual business meeting up in Wisconsin Dells. I was along with them on Friday night. Want to congratulate some of the folks that they have recognized. Representative Gary Tolkien from up by Bondwell. Now, Gary is retired from his service as a state representative, but he was given the Distinguished Service to Wisconsin Agriculture Award. That happened last evening up in Wisconsin Dells. He, of course, was really a big part of our ag policy development in Wisconsin. He's continuing to work on carbon credits and trying to find out just exactly what kind of a market is out there for Wisconsin farmers that are doing a great job on conservation. So congratulations to Gary. Also, Taylor County Farm Bureau member Robert Klusendorf from up by Medford was given the highest award that the Wisconsin Farm Bureau presents. That was the Distinguished Service to Farm Bureau Award. He is an example of just exactly what volunteerism and being a part of your rural community is all about. Congratulations to Rob Klusendorf from Taylor County. Of course, Saturday was a big day for folks up in Plover. The big opening of the Food and Farm Exploration Center happened. That facility is just off of I-39 outside of Plover. The goal is to give people hands-on learning opportunities so they get a better feel about where their food comes from, how it's produced. It is not just for kids. It is for adults as well. About $41 million investment there for 50,000 square feet, more than 24 acres that they're using as a part of their learning examples up there. Congratulations. We'll be following up with those folks and telling you what they've got coming up as far as educational displays in the next couple of weeks. Not a bad day for dairy. Barrel cheese is up a penny and a half at $1.53 1/2. 40-pound block cheese gained 2 3/4 cents on Monday to $1.54 3/4. Double A butter up 2 3/4 cents. $2.68 1/4 as we get started on a Monday. So there you go, Shane.
All right,
You're
Pam.
off and running.
Yeah, I'm sure busy day up in the neck of the woods in Green Bay last night, huh?
Indeed. Oh, yeah.
All right, big pack win. Thanks, Pam. We'll talk to you later. Yeah. All right, it's 12:15, cloudy and mild for most of the week. Jacob's here with the complete forecast. Hey, Jacob.
Hey, Shane, here's a look at the 3 things you need to know to get you ready for the upcoming work week. Well, the work week has started today, but we are going to see some light snow tonight into tomorrow morning. Not expect to see a ton of snow, and temperatures are going to warm up towards the end of the week. So as we get towards Thursday and Friday, any snow that does fall will definitely be melted by then. And then over the weekend, we do have a chance of some rain and snow. Now, at this moment, it does appear that we could see quite a bit, but there is still a lot of uncertainty with next weekend's system. I'll talk about that in a moment, but first, here's a look at futurecast for the next 24 to 48 hours. Plenty of cloud cover for the rest of today, but we aren't expected to see any precipitation. Now, after sunset, that's when the rain and snow will move into our area, kind of around 8 to 9 p.m., and then they'll move into Dane County and the rest of our area around 10 p.m. to midnight. Early Tuesday morning before sunrise, we'll see some scattered snow showers, although they are going to be fairly light, and they'll begin to break up by the time we get to sunrise tomorrow morning with some lingering flurries during the morning hours Tuesday. And then by Tuesday afternoon, we are going to see fairly dry conditions with maybe a few flurries lingering, but we aren't expected to see much precipitation after tomorrow morning until the weekend, like I mentioned. Now, precipitation, at least snowfall-wise, we're not expect to see that much, likely going to see less than an inch for our entire area. Now, as far as temperatures, we'll see highs in the upper 30s to around 40 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. And then as we head towards the overnight hours, we are going to see that snow, but the temperatures aren't going to fall all that much. We'll continue to see low temperatures in the 30s. And then for the high temperatures on Tuesday, pretty similar to the high temperatures today, will remain in the upper 30s. Typically, that happens when you have a lot of cloud cover. As we go into Wednesday, very similar, highs in the upper 30s with variable cloudiness, and then we are going to see some breezy conditions by late Wednesday. And some of that breezy weather will actually bring in the warm air for Thursday and Friday, as temperatures will be in the 40s and 50s. But here's a look at the precipitation chances over the next 7 days. Not going to see anything for Wednesday through Friday, but then as we get towards the weekend, we do have a good chance of rain and snow. Now, a lot could change between now and then, but at this point, it does look like we'll see a rain-snow mix Saturday, and then Saturday night, we'll see a transition into snow, and we'll likely see mostly snowfall for Sunday and Sunday night. And looking at the 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook, it does look like we are indeed going to see a good amount of moisture. This is actually a little bit beyond the weekend. The 6 to 10 day, it starts for the weekend, but after that system moves out, we aren't expected to see a lot of precipitation after the weekend. So everything you were seeing from that 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook will likely be for the weekend system. Again, there's still a lot of uncertainty as far as the timing and when we will see the rain and snow, as well as just how much we will see over the weekend. So a lot can change between now and then, so I advise everyone to stay tuned to News 3 Now. You can download our app to get live weather updates, but a lot's expected to change between now and then. But it could be quite a bit of snow at this moment. If all things align perfectly, we definitely could see quite a bit of snow, which is why I'm advising everyone to stay tuned, and we'll provide updates as we get them.
Yeah, good reminder there, Jacob. All right, thank you. Up next, Howard's in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen with a suggestion for a holiday gift for a person who has everything.
Every year around the holidays, there are always a few kitchen appliances that make it on everyone's wish list. This year, one that's hugely popular is the air fryer. For those of you who aren't familiar with an air fryer, think of it as a compact tabletop oven with a fan that circulates hot air around the food. It's similar to a convection oven, as it cooks about 25% faster than a conventional oven. And since the air circulates around the food, everything cooks evenly. When it comes to shopping for an air fryer, there are a few things to consider. First, what size should you get? The smaller ones are good for college students or couples, while the larger ones are big enough to roast a good-sized chicken, which makes them family-friendly. Next, should you get one with all sorts of bells and whistles, like preset controls and digital timers? Or will a basic control panel do the trick? Whichever model you choose, you're gonna want a few good recipes to try in it. So how about starting with our not-fried chicken cheese balls? We've tested these in lots of different models, and boy, are they good. To get the recipe, simply visit our website. And yes, we also have the directions on how to cook these in your regular oven, too. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a tasty gift-giving way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Ahead at noon, Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is here answering your plant and garden questions. You can email us those questions to tips@channel3000.com. We're back after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
If you're stuck between choosing to spend on a vacation or finally updating your kitchen or bathroom, with Mad City, you can do both. Mad City is your trusted interior remodeling expert, specializing in modern kitchen cabinet refacing and custom walk-in shower solutions. If your kitchen needs a facelift or your bathroom needs a makeover, what are you waiting for? It's our end-of-year savings event to receive 75% off installation of a new bath, shower, or cabinet refacing project with no interest and no payments till 2025. Call during this program for a free $50 Walmart gift card with estimate. And last chance during this program to get the bonus. The first 50 homeowners who call now will receive a vacation voucher with bath, shower, or cabinet refacing purchase. Use it for a condo, hotel stay, or a cruise. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet? Commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
All right, welcome back. We're here with Lisa Briggs of the Bruce Company. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Good. All right, let's get to some questions here from our folks. Julie is asking, our ornamental cranberry tree was plagued with cedar apple rust, sprayed with a copper-based fungicide. Fungicide. I don't know about that one. At blossom time.
All right.
Will the berries come back next year?
Okay, so I'm saying she's probably got a crab apple tree, not a cranberry tree.
Okay.
And so cedar apple rust is a fungus that is pretty prevalent on a lot of different plants, but there are different varieties of fungus that attack different plants. And it's what we call an alternative host disease. So it starts on one plant, usually some kind of juniper, the cedar part of it.
Sure.
And then it infects the other host. And it could be crabapple, it could be hawthorn, it could be roses, a number of things. So there are some practices you can do. Spraying them at blossom time is not the best time. What you want to do is you want to start spraying at what we call petal fall.
Okay.
When about 75% of the petals have dropped off the blossoms. And then every 10 days to 2 weeks after that, as long as the temps are warm and the air is humid.
Sure.
Now, as far as it does get all over the cranberries, it looks kind of furry on them, like a little furry, fingery kind of structure.
Okay.
You want to do really good cleanup. The fungus will overwinter, so rake up all of the leaves, rake up all of the old fruit, and then begin the spraying next spring at petal fall. And then, like I said, every 10 days to 2 weeks after that until maybe July when the weather really dries out and gets really warm.
All right, there you go. All right, next one. Christy wants to know if you could talk about bottom watering and what plants to use or avoid using that.
So bottom watering is usually used for plants anything with a furry leaf. So we're talking about like African violets, for instance, because or begonias. Anything where maybe the root structure is kind of cup-shaped, like a begonia, like a bulb, where the water would get in there and rot it. And also it's super useful for orchids because they're not actually planted in soil. It's a different kind of medium.
Okay.
And also if you have plants now that are super root bound, but it's not a great time of year to repot, bottom watering works well for that too. So sometimes like for ferns.
Okay.
And what you want to avoid are the plants that like drier conditions, like any sort of cactus or dracaenas or things that like to be underwatered as opposed to overwatered.
Okay. Good info there. We got one from Donna in our email. Is there a burning bush called a war burning bush?
I have not heard of a variety of burning bush called war. I know there's like Little Moses. There's Chicago Fire, they're number ones. I have not heard of that one in particular, but they introduce new plants all the time, and so I'll look it up when I get back to the store.
There you go. All right, you brought a few things in for us.
did.
Let's talk about those.
So I brought in some sort of tree-shaped houseplants.
Okay.
So if you have a little windowsill or some little tableau you're doing on your mantle, and you want something that's sort of Christmas tree-shaped but not an actual Christmas tree, we have another number of things at the store. So this is actually a lavender, so you can smell, kind of squish it.
Pretty.
Yeah,
oh
super
yeah, you gotta
fragrant.
get the oils going.
Yep, we also have rosemary at the store, and then these are a couple of cypress. And so these are just plants, house plants that would do well in a bright, light situation. The rosemary would like a humidity tray kind of situation, like a little humidity around it, but really cute. You could put little bows, little lights on them.
Garnish a cocktail with it too.
And, yes, and then eat with it. Then put it in your soup.
Yeah, that's great. What else, maybe outside of your traditional pine tree too, if we want to do something a little different.
Yeah, and there are a number of indoor pine trees like little dwarf Alberta spruces or Norfolk Island pines will do that same kind of thing. If you're having a traditional Christmas tree in your house and you want to make sure it stays fresh, then the thing to do is to make sure it gets a fresh cut on it before you bring it into the house and put it in the stand, and then keep that water level high all the time. So check it every day. We had a drought in Wisconsin this year. That's where all our trees come. They're grown in state. And so they're not maybe as completely hydrated as we like to see them. So you're going to want to check it every day. You do not want that water level to sink below the cut because it dries out pretty quickly.
Okay.
Lots of people talk about different things to put in there, aspirin, Sprite. I personally use hot water. I don't know if it makes any difference, but it makes me feel better, like I'm doing something a little extra for it.
All right, Lisa, that's all we got time for. Thank you for joining us as always. All right, folks, stay with us here. We'll see you back here on Live at 4.